Is it down? I know you do like bring stuff. Is it down? Where is it? Fine button. Oh, okay. That's a.
Oh, hey, Sarah and Michael. Were we doing
Yeah?
a show
Yeah?
today?
What?
What?
Were we doing a show today?
Is it? I mean, do you want to?
I mean, be kind of fun to do that.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Hold on.
Yeah, why don't you come in?
Let me go put this cat down.
All right. Oh, you know, I should probably run this thing.
It's fine.
Wow, I have a very large head behind your head.
Yeah.
Put your emojis together for Daniel Neruda.
Daniel Neruda.
Or wash your hands for Daniel Neruda.
Yeah.
Because that's what it looks like. It's the same thing. And if you don't... Yeah. Anyways, hello.
This is still very big on my face. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. That is a lot of your face.
I don't like to see my face that close.
Um...
Conveniently, I never can.
That's true.
Yeah.
The Lord made you blind for a reason, Michael. Anyways, welcome everyone to Queerapalooza 69.7528.
No, 68.5.
75.
We're not doing episode 69 until
73.
No, we're not doing episode 69 until we're at Gen Con, and
right.
we're going to do episode 69 live because we are real adults.
We are very mature.
You're very mature adults.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
It's in meat space.
If you're going to have to put a number on it, you know, we might as well make it a memorable number, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm all about that. Welcome, everybody. We're really glad to see you. Who's in the chat? Any good ones?
Kate here. We have Aaron. We have Rory Phillips, which is great because he is one of our guests tonight.
Oh,
good. We have Kathy.
I thought we were doing a show.
Guests.
Lucky we're doing a show, I guess. Yes.
We have, we have a lot of amazing folks. Well, welcome to Quarantinapalooza. Is it Quarantinapalooza or Queerapalooza? We've rebranded it. Queerapalooza.
Or Q, you know.
QPaloo.
But
we are all queer and
square, man.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah. So yeah, we have rebranded, and I was thinking about never mind. I was thinking in the shower about like, you know, it could be, you know, just at some point, just like 69Q, like if we really wanted to condense it and just like get down to business.
Yeah, just
as
like
what the show is about.
It's
just like,
like dick jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be playing games in a little bit with our friends. Speaking of dick jokes, damsels. More, it depends on which damsel of Dorking you're talking with. Some are more into the butts and some are into the dicks, and you know, and some neither.
And we know who they are.
And some are into Rissy's boobs.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all.
Aren't we all into Rissy's boobs? They're
speaking of boobs.
Yes.
I got a mammogram today. Yes. Thank you. It's and important. I just wanted to let everyone know that it was better than a pap smear, honestly.
When they squish it, like how much do they squish it?
They squish it a lot, Michael.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable how much they squish.
And is it like a vice or is it like...
Yeah, I've never it's seen basically a vice.
The device. Yeah.
It's like you put the device moves around you. I'm sure, you know, in days of yore, this was different, but now they kind of like bring the machine to you and you step in, do it, and they go honk. And they're like, okay, now look right. Now put your hand over here and then don't breathe. And then they for 5 seconds. And you're like, I'm trying not to breathe, but my heart is going like, because I'm just anxious because you're in this very weird, vulnerable position. Yeah. And so they do a couple pictures on each boobie and and that's about it. But, you know, you get to hang out in a little waiting area.
When do you find out if you have cancer?
It'll go into my chart online. Yes, but I mean, I hope
they would call you.
Yeah, no, I don't think they just go online and be like,
"Yep,
you have cancer."
My chart. Yeah.
No. They said if we see anything or need to, you know, recheck, we will let you know. So I should know in a few days. But it was just routine. I'm not expecting anything.
Yeah.
They feel good. They're a little less than they were last year, but that's okay. We love them in all their forms and your forms and you know, one's definitely bigger than the other, and it's cool. I have this theory I thought we weren't going to have enough content for an intro, but I have this theory that like half of my body got more testosterone than the or less estrogen than the other side, because one side of my body is hairier than the other.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Really?
I mean, I've seen your body.
But how did you know that one side was hairier than the other?
Because
he's a particular
do you want me to tell you this?
He pays attention.
Because you have one nipple around which you occasionally pluck hairs. And I've seen you do this for about 20 years.
Okay, yeah, so that's exactly it. Yeah, so I do. That's why my theory came into play, because I was like, why do I have? And it's not just like I have a few hairs on this boob.
Yeah.
I also have like a few hairs on my knuckles and on my toes on this side of my body, but not this one. So this side, my foot on the right side is smaller. No, it's bigger. Never mind. That doesn't work. Anyways, that's my science.
I just love that my whole job right now is being on the chat and making sure everyone who says the word boobs can actually be seen. I have to approve everyone.
Oh, yeah.
When is YouTube going to learn that this is just our content?
I think it's true. I wonder maybe
we can actually add that as an approved word.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just all forms of boobs.
I mean, I think there have been some times where
now they're saying boobs, like BEWBS, and
there you go.
Yeah, Joel and Kate figured out how to. Hey.
They just invented.
So Michael, if I can play into your specialty, and if you
Daniel,
if you can give me a list of all spellings of boobs, and then I can
look, I have a strong interest in boobs. That doesn't mean I'm a scholar.
A scholar in boobs? Who's a boob scholar?
What we should do.
I think like the doctors you saw earlier today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're actually.
That's right. So everybody go out and make sure you take care of your bodies and your bits.
Scholar.
Maybe it's your prostate. Maybe it's your heart. Maybe it's your colon, your butts. Go take care of your bodies.
Now, Joel just said, "Get out of my brain, woman," and I have to approve that one. I don't understand why that's banned.
I don't
boobs
know.
with a Z is banned.
We're gonna have to. I think we need to move on from the boobs. I just wanted to.
Never.
No.
But
can we do like one more hooray for boobies before we go on?
Sure. Yeah. Totally.
Hip hip hooray for
boobies!
Okay.
Yay! Hooray for boobies!
Get your
I have a picture of myself.
You know what we haven't done yet? Like at this point in this show, like probably everyone who is here knows who we are, but we should actually do introductions and say what our show is doing and stuff like that.
Yeah. If anybody's tuning in, they're like, "What the hell is going on?" Breast care is up to you. That's right.
Yeah.
So breast care is best
care. It is.
Welcome to Queerapalooza. My name is Michael.
Oh, my name is Sarah, and we are in a band called Kitten Slay Dragons, and also Middle Spoon. And we are
with Kim Smith right over there,
who will be
just off camera. Who will be on camera?
Our opening musical act. She will be playing just a bit. I just wanted to mention real quick that Juliana Finch, our friend Juliana Finch, has a show tomorrow, a streaming show for Pavlov's 14th birthday.
Pavlov being her pug, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
And it's a pay what you like show. I'm sure somebody will put the details of that up on the chat. So you should check that out tomorrow. It's
covering your faces right now.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's cool.
What do you know what time it's at tomorrow?
It is at 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific.
Great.
4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific.
Juliana Finch, official friend of the show, and also just our friend.
And also just our friend.
An amazing musician and human being in general. Yeah, go check out her show. Who do we have coming up on our show?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Tonight, oh my gosh, we have the wonderful Kimberly Smith opening for the show. And then we have Rhiannon Jackson, who has been on the show before to talk about mental health and equine therapy. And today we're going to talk about how you get trophies with horses.
Yeah.
And
something to do with dresses.
Dresses and age.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
Yeah. And then we're also going to talk about rescue horses and special therapies that are helpful for animals and some people. Yeah, I'm very excited to chat about the animals. Yeah. And also we have your turn to blurb.
Okay. Yeah. So our musical guest, and also an interview guest because he has a new podcast out, which is amazing. I just listened to it today. We have Rory Phillips from the band The Impossibles, also The Stereo, also I think Slow Reader. Am I wrong about that?
We'll find out.
He is a huge hero of mine.
What? He's a hero of yours?
Yeah.
What?
I'm trying not to be weird about it. It's so cool that he's on our show.
It's so cool.
Should I tell a story?
Yeah, tell a story.
Okay, I'm gonna tell a story.
Tell a story now, because you're not gonna. Nobody else wants to hear it later.
Right. I can see that Rory is not on the Zoom call right now, so I think I can tell the story.
Yeah, I'm sure he has no way of listening at all. Not at all.
When I was in high school, one of my friends handed me this compilation called Scarmageddon 3. It was a 2-disc set of all these different ska punk bands. And this is the first time that I had really listened to music that wasn't like commercial top 40 music. Like what? I was like
90.
Well, I was in high school from 96 through 99. Does the math work out that? No, it doesn't.
We don't do math.
Whatever. I graduated high school in 99.
Okay.
Anyway, so I had this compilation CD that my friend had given me, and I was like, this stuff is amazing. And that was like the first independent music
stuff
that I had ever listened to. And there was this one particular track on that compilation by the band The Impossibles, fronted by our guest Rory Phillips. And I went out to my local record shop and I bought that CD. And I believe that was the first independent record I ever bought. And I played the like, if you could ruin CDs, I would have ruined it by playing it, but you can't ruin CDs.
Oh, and he's on the show?
And he's on the show. And then my friends and I, who were all very much into this band, we found out that they were going to be playing near us.
In New Jersey?
In New Jersey. And we went to that show and it was amazing. And I think that was the first like independent punk / rock show I had ever been to. And I was there and it was just like such a cool creative scene. And I was like, well, I need more of this in my life, you know? And then it was soon after that I decided that I needed to spend my life, not just making music, but surrounded by musicians and creative people and like doing everything I could to like lift up and promote creative communities. And like, so basically what I'm saying is I can draw a direct line from everything I'm doing in my life right now, right back to Rory Phillips, who is our guest today on QPalooza. So like, I'm pretty excited.
It all comes around.
I'm excited because I know some of this, you know, the music that you love, but like, I haven't.
His band was my introduction to like independent creative communities. Like it was, it's been a big influence in my life. So I'm trying not to be weird. Don't tell him I said all that.
No, he hasn't heard it like 5 times already. You're not weird at all. Not at this point. Nope. Not at all.
We got Rory Phillips.
We got Rory Phillips coming up, and then we will be playing Jackbox games with our friends Damsels of Dorkington.
And our other guests are welcome to join.
Are welcome to join. Also, the audience is welcome to join.
And I want to do this right now before I forget, because often I forget. I just want to thank Daniel so much.
Oh yeah.
For doing the cat herding and the technical stuff and like being our creative partner and like enabling like most of what we do creatively. So thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Tech Wizard.
We should all get just like tattoos that say thank you, Daniel.
Yeah.
Just like across our clavicles.
Something. Yeah. I would get one. Maybe not across my clavicle, but I would definitely get a tattoo that just said like thank you, Daniel. Oh, okay, maybe not. We'll talk about this later.
Do we have anything else to say, or should we get out of the way and have Kim?
I did just really quickly want to say that next week I will be doing the Cabernet Cabaret at the Arts Council of Princeton. And if you're in the area, New York or New Jersey, you should come to check that out. And it will be streaming, though. That is my exciting news. And so more information will be will be disseminated through social media as we figure that out, because we're a little last minute on that plan. But I'm really excited that they will be streaming it. So folks who were able to join us last year, since we could not do anything in person, will be able to join us again. So I just wanted to say that. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think we should give Kim Smith some show. We're going to walk away. Oh, we need to feed a kitten.
Feed the kitten.
I will feed a kitten.
Woo. Well, hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to a very special holiday episode of QPalooza here. It's my favorite holiday of the year. I'm so glad that we can all come together and celebrate Halloween.
What?
I'm gonna play a few spooky, festive songs to get us in the Halloween mood. And gosh, it really feels like spring and summer just flew by like they didn't even happen at all, I gotta say. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. I'm gonna hit myself in the face with a guitar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look in my.
So we're running that rerun instead of doing a live show. So don't worry, they can't hear any of this. No, yeah, we're just going with that rerun instead.
So I've got my magical spell book here, and let's see what musical spells we can cast together. All right, this first song is called the Spider Song, and it goes. It has chords. It has chords that I play while I sing. I raise my hand and wave it there before my eyes, as if to wave away a web of silk and flies. I'll see your bright eyes, I'll raise you a grim goodbye. If I can't understand, at least I can say I tried. Just as a spider would say to his only love, my dear, I would gladly die by your hands. I would have given my life, but you made other plans. As a spider would say to his only love, my dear, I would gladly die by your hands. I would have given you my life, but you made other plans. That is the Spider Song, our first musical spell of the evening. And the next one, I'm gonna have to consult my pocket oracle about the chords. Come on. Here we are. This is a torch song, or a pitchfork and torch song, if you prefer. It's about zombies and what happens after, after zombies break up. Sometimes you get into a nasty, toxic relationship, like someone's just devouring you whole. I think a zombie ate my brains. I haven't been the same since he caught me in his sights. No, I just haven't been right. I shamble along in a haze, barely limp through the days. I wander ever on into the night, towards the faintest signs of life. He had me in the grip of his teeth, then he made me watch him leave. Now I'm lost in that moment alone, eternally. was so easy to forget who I was when we met. I could swear I once had a life and friends. Now I can't think too hard about it. That motherfucker ate my brain's existence now is pain and hunger that I can't satisfy. I wish that I had simply died. I was all he could see for a day. Now I'm left to slow decay, condemned to spend the rest of all my days rotting this way. And you know, when I catch a glimpse of him, I'm gonna tear him limb from limb. The next I catch a glimpse of him, I'm gonna tear him limb from limb. When I catch a glimpse of him, I'm gonna tear him limb from limb. The next I catch a glimpse of him, I'm gonna tear him limb from limb. All right, thank you. That was Ate My Brains by the Cemetery Swingers. And you know, for my last song or couple of songs here, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit, change hats, and let's pretend, for the sake of Halloween mischief, that it is in fact April Fool's. Yes. Yes, it's not a wrong time for the ocean to be on fire. That makes sense. What was the song I was gonna play next? Let's see. This one I'm gonna be is debuting tonight, right now, and I wrote it for a friend of mine who is an extremely talented culinary artist and also just a woman about the world, moving and shaking and participating at a farmer's market tomorrow, and she asked me to come and perform, so I'm going to be playing for a few hours tomorrow, 10 to 2 p.m. at that farmer's market for my dear friend Rhonda, my new friend Rhonda, really. And so I wrote this song for her, and it's about it's called The Quarantine Jam, and I mean, yeah, and it's new. I'm still kind of workshopping it, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If a man love bombs you and then ghosts, he's a narcissist. That's what Rhonda said. And I knew in that moment we were friends, though she'd been in my head before we ever met. She makes these excellent jams, you see, so she had long been filling my belly with La Rhonda's alchemy in a jar. It is so much better than all other jams, by far. Handcrafted jams for any occasion, made from locally sourced fruits and vegetables from her heart straight to your table. It's La Rhonda's alchemy in a jar. When I first met her jams, they were a surprise treat that I got when coming back from a stretch at sea, to find all of the mess of the quarantine and all the bitter changes happening. It meant something to have something sweet like Rhonda's alchemy in a jar. It is so much better than all other jams, by far. Handcrafted jams for any occasion, made from locally sourced fruits and vegetables from her heart straight to your table. The Rhonda's alchemy in a jar. She's got 2 berry jam, Jam! Strawberry mimosa jam! Jam! Native blues jam!
Jam!
Portobello jam! 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 For La Ronda is alchemy in a jar. It's so much better than all other jams by far, by far. Handcrafted jams for any occasion, made from locally sourced fruits and vegetables from her heart straight to your table. It's La Ronda's alchemy in a jar. Thank you. That was the Quarantine Jam Jam. More tunes? One more? One more song. Very good. Being okay or because of you?
Because of you.
Okay. Because of you, Sarah Donner says. Because you. Because you. I really believe we're doing it right. I really believe we'll keep each other warm at night. I really believe we'll see it through. I really believe it. Because you. Because you. Because you. Because you. Because you. Oh, 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 oh. I've been trying to hold my head high. I've been sleeping all alone most nights. I've been looking up to the stars to guide me through. I've been screaming out into the void because you. I really believe we're doing it right. And I really believe we'll keep each other warm at night. I really believe we'll see it through. And I really believe it. Because you. Because you. Because you. Because you. Because you. Oh, 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 oh. I've been driving home all night. I've been trying to bring you my best side. I've been hoping I'll make you smile when I get through. I've been praying out into the void because you. I really believe we're doing it right. Now I really believe we'll keep each other warm at night. Now I really believe we'll see it through. Now I really believe it. Because you. Because you. Woo! Thank you, everyone. I am Kim Smith. You can find me at The Real Kim Smith, Myth, M-Y-T-H, on Instagram, all one word. Yeah, I have an album coming out at some point eventually, so I don't know, if you're curious, keep an eye out. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Take it back? All right, I hand it over.
Slide right in. Okay. Oh, we're tripping over wires. It's the Ethernet. It's cool. It's probably fine.
We're sucked into
The vortex of the internet! Woo!
It's like they let us out of the house or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. How about the Kim Smith, huh?
Kim Smith. I love that song.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's just like, I actually at some point I thought that was a cover, and then I was like, oh, you're just that awesome.
No, she's just that talented.
Again and again,
Cool.
she keeps writing songs, and they're fabulouser and fabulouser.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try and check her out tomorrow at if you are in the South Coast, Massachusetts area, she's playing at the Farmers Market downtown.
Yeah.
Yep. 10 to 2. 10 to 2. All right, are we ready for our next segment?
Yeah.
For horses?
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm ready to learn about some.
Nay or yay?
What is yes in horse?
Yay.
That would be nay.
Nay. Nay is yes and no
It's
in
ears-
horse language, I'm
ears-
pretty sure.
Ears forward or something?
Yes. So when horses are listening, their ears are on you.
I remembered something.
And when the ears are back, like,
They're
watch
mad.
your digits. Watch your digits.
Like, bitch, please.
Yeah.
Bitch. Cats do
Bitch,
that too.
please.
I wish
Yeah.
we did that with our ears. Or I wish
I've also been jealous of ears and tails. I wish I could switch a tail when I got angry.
I sometimes I feel like I wish I was one of those Sims in the Sim game, like, or just somebody had like, there was just a little like something that was like, hey, don't cut me off today, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish I had like what we call mayor face, which is like your ears are back and I can make like an evil eye at you and my tail would swish and you know not to fuck with me.
Or
Yeah,
that
right?
seems like a more confrontational way to do it, but
I mean, I feel terribly uncool compared to everyone on this. So if you just want to skip my segment, I'm fine with it.
Oh, no. We are learning about horses.
we are learning
Yeah,
about
I
horses.
feel like, all right, the only thing I have in common is boobs. So that's about it. So
Boobs are so great.
Boobs. You haven't. I don't know. I was.
that's about
He
it.
says to his
there's
partner's
a video that there's
therapist.
aggressive boobs, so I guess
Yes.
that works.
We do know Rhiannon because Rhiannon is a lovely human being who also happens to be my therapist. But I've learned so many cool things about horses and animals. And last time Rhiannon was on, we talked about
Therapy horse.
therapy
stuff.
horse, and
Therapy
therapy.
horses, yeah.
And it was such a good segment that I thought it would be fun to have Rhiannon back, because since then I've learned much more about horses, and much more about horses, but I'm going to learn more tonight. I have more questions probably about horses than anything.
Yes.
Well, before we get into your questions, do you think, Rhiannon, do you mind introducing yourself again and telling us?
Yes.
Yeah.
My name is Rhiannon Jackson. I am an LMHC, which means I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I also own many horses that I use in many different areas of my life. I have boobs. We talked about boobs earlier, so that
Yay,
also
boobs.
relates
Cheers.
me to you. And that's about it. I'm terribly boring, so I feel like, oh.
I don't think so, because I know some stories about you having bought fetal horses after too many glasses of wine.
Yes, I have
So-
fetal bought baby horses, not humans, so we should make that clear.
Right.
Because that's
But you
illegal.
have drunk bought horses.
I
while they were
drunk
still in
bought
fetal form.
a baby
That just-
horse. Yeah.
That means
Yep.
you're one of us. You belong here. Don't
I
worry.
feel like
We're-
that was
Yeah, okay,
pretty
good. Because I was
early-
worried because no one was like, oh, I worship you, Rhiannon. So I was like, oh, this is awkward.
I feel like that was pretty early on when Rhiannon started
Yeah.
being your therapist. You told me, you were like, my therapist told me that she just drank a lot of wine and then accidentally bought a horse. I think she's okay.
Yeah. And I kept that horse. So it wasn't like I returned him. It's not like an Amazon purchase.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to go to
Exactly.
right now.
Okay,
We're
okay.
going to talk about horse rescue first.
Yes.
And then I do want to talk about dresses and age.
Mhm.
It's like a
Western
fine cheese.
dresses an age.
Western dressage.
Okay.
That's how they say it. They say dressage. And then they
Dressage.
say
It's called dressage. It's very bougie and really obnoxious, but we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Mhm.
Speaking of obnoxious, I just want to like knock a trope out of the park, but I've always associated, and this is also because I worked and went to school in New Jersey, and where they have Bedminster and like the Olympic horses are all down there. And so to me,
Yeah.
like horses are a very hoity-toity thing.
Yes.
And I love you, but you're not hoity-toity. Like,
No.
so do you not have to be like some uppity up to have
So
horses? What is
no,
the-
so here's the thing is that there's different levels of us. So there's the hoity-toity people that you speak
Is that
of.
what you're all, it's like a,
Yeah,
it's
this is
called
the
the
levels.
hoity-toities at the top.
levels. So there's
Take
like the
notes, everybody.
hoity-toity people who will look at me and go, you suck. And your horses suck and they're broken and I hate you. And then there's like the middle class people that own horses, where basically our house goes to shit, but we love our animal so much that we spend all of our money on them.
Mhm.
You know, so don't look at my house, but my horse is pristine. And then there's like people that get to live in the South, which they just have horses and ride around bareback. An interesting fact, actually in Brazil, there's a huge amount of people that just own horses because it's very affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Like having a cat or a dog.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's like a whole thing about Brazilian cowboys, but that could be another episode. I learned all about it the other day on a documentary.
We have so many episodes.
So pretty much
have
an
a
expert
podcast
because
with
I watched
Rhiannon,
the documentary.
The Brazilian cowboy is definitely like a sex position.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they're pretty attractive, so maybe.
The horses or the Brazilians?
Both. I mean, I wouldn't recommend a horse because it's a lot.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't want to just whatever people are into. I'm not judging.
Do you get into horse rescue because you are already in the sport of horses,
So
or are you in the sport of horses because of rescue?
So this is how sad I am because I had no friends as a child. And my dad actually used to take me on pony rides. I got really into horses, and at actually 11, my grandparents rescued this horse from a kill pen, and he was
There
like
are
my
kill
best.
pens. Like I've heard of
Yeah,
kill
so back
shelters.
then, because I'm like 100, they used to have kill pens where they would basically, you could buy a horse at auction, or it would go and be glue or food for dogs, basically.
Mhm. Yeah,
Now in the US, we've outlawed that, but in Canada, they still have it.
we do that in Canada.
Yes, Canada, which I thought was better. Turns out not so much.
I thought you were better than us, Canada.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're higher than us. So I don't know if that makes them better.
Like in altitude or like drugs?
Probably both.
Yeah. Okay.
I would
Right.
highly recommend Letterkenny to bring you back down to earth about Canada. It makes you feel better about yourself as an American. But anyways, so that was my first rescue horse. I was 11 years old, and I had him, and he was my best friend. And then about when I was 14, I outgrew him because he was small and I'm a giant human. And this woman had brought in a rescue horse who actually had broken his back, and they were like, no one can ride him. He needs to be rehabbed. Basically, you have to take him on walks like a dog. And they were like, you know, you can have him if you can train him. And I was like,
Oh, this is like a Disney movie.
Yeah, no, he was my Disney horse. And so for a year, I didn't do any, I'd never gone on his back. I took him for walks through the cranberry bogs. I lunged him, which
Cranberry bogs are a very New England thing. I just want to.
Yes.
People are like,
So
what's a cranberry bog?
if you live in anywhere in southeastern Mass, there's a bog full of things called cranberries, which you probably don't know of except in bags. But they actually grow in bogs, and we like to walk around them. And so I would take this horse and walk around the cranberry bogs and lunch him and do all sorts of things. And he became, again, when you're 14, 15 and 6'2", not a huge amount of people like you in high school. So he was my best friend, and we would hang out all the time. But
Daniel is nodding over there.
Daniel is also a very tall human being. I know it's hard.
Are you? How tall are you, Daniel? Tell me. So you can relate. So
How tall are you, Rhiannon?
I am 6'2", and I grew up on Cape Cod, which is full of tiny, tiny people, tiny humans.
That's
And
true.
so I was surrounded by tiny, very thin humans, and I was a tall, very non-thin human. And my horse was my best friend, and so I had him forever.
Mhm.
And then I went. Horses are expensive, I'm not gonna lie to humans. They're expensive. And then I went to college, and I guess that was more important than the horses. So I had to give up the horses for a while, but my son, who you'll see a little bit in some of the pictures, I swear he was born into it, because my 3-year-old demon child doesn't give a shit about anything. So, except dinosaurs and YouTube. So good for you guys. He does not care about the horses, but he loves our rescue horse, Mama Horse.
Mama horse.
Mama Horse. My son got into it, and he had a horse, Pico, who guys had seen if you had watched the earlier episode. That was his first horse, And then we bought the baby, my drunk purchase, the baby, aka Blitzen Skywalker's Revenge, who was named Nolan, also named because he loves Star Wars.
Yeah,
a lot of names.
Huge fan. Which, funny note, Nolan also named our 3-year-old Finn after, I don't know if you have any Star Wars nerds out there, but he's named after the stormtrooper who goes good.
You let your child name your child?
I did, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is power.
I assumed you were talking about a 3-year-old horse.
Nope. So Finn is named after. So Nolan came up with a list of names. Some of them were not allowed to exist, like Destroyer, or
oh, that's so cool though.
I know, but you know what? When you're 45, it's probably not.
Yeah, there's probably a time in your life where you're not.
Yeah, and
well, hold
so
on.
we had a list
I'm
that
41,
were not.
And I would like to be named Destroyer.
Well, you can do that now that you're 41, but I bet if you were born with that name all your life, you might be a different person.
This is true.
I'm sorry,
and,
go on.
And we had Optimus Prime as a choice.
Oh.
But Finn was the stormtrooper, and I'm sorry, we're a Star Wars nerd family. So
no, you're among friends.
Okay, so Finn is in the new Star Wars, which technically whatever. He is the stormtrooper that turns good and falls in love with, follows Rey and all that.
Right.
So that was the name we decided on. So we got Finn. Well, I birthed him. We didn't purchase him. I birthed Finn.
He was a drunk purchase.
And then so all of our animals have Star Wars names except for Mama Horse, so I'll get to. But when I drunk bought Sky and told everybody in the house, and they're like, Rhiannon, what the fuck? And I was like, well, we're gonna have a baby horse. What would you like to name it? He was named Blitzen Skywalker's Revenge.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So there's currently a picture up on the corner of your screen. I don't know if you see it.
Yeah. So that's Mama. So that's Mama Horse.
So Mama Horse was a recent rescue.
Yeah. So Mama Horse was actually, we found out, is Sky's mom, and she was used as a breeding horse, which basically it's upsetting for us, but basically they just kept breeding her and breeding her and breeding her.
Yeah.
And she's only 9 years old, so she was breeding since the age of 4.
Yeah. So how long does it take for gestation?
So horses actually carry babies for 365 days.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they're pregnant longer than humans. So basically, after she had Sky, she was still, what we found out is after she had Sky, they had already inseminated her, which is artificial insemination, with another baby while she was still weaning Sky. So like she was just being, basically like a horsey baby machine.
Yeah.
So they put her up for sale, and because of the whole quarantine thing, we couldn't get her right away because of Canada. We couldn't ship her in. So I had her go to a barn up there for a little while, and it turned out she was horribly neglected. And I don't know if so this is what they said that she was going to look like. And when we got her, she was all ribbed. She lost, she was under 300 pounds.
Yeah.
She had lost 300 pounds.
Woo!
She was a hot mess, for lack of a better word. And we unfortunately put her with a trainer that said they knew that they were doing what they were doing, and they actually made her worse. And this is the thing, is that you don't realize what you don't know until you don't know it. And so they ended up flipping her, and they've caused nerve damage in her tail and her
You mean flipping her like upside down?
Yeah, there's a video. I don't know if he has it or not, but they literally like flipped her upside down. She landed on her tail and her hind ends. And the vet told us we should put her down because she was aggressive and evil.
I mean, we shouldn't watch that video if that's an upsetting.
No, it's awful, but
yeah, we don't want to.
We're not going
to watch it.
No, but so this terribly aggressive horse, me and my husband and my whole family was like, "What are you talking about? She's been nothing but cuddly with us the whole time." And so we were like, "Well, maybe it's something we don't see and all of that. And then we obviously we took her out of that facility and found a new placement for her. And she's the cuddliest, loveliest. She gives you snuggles. She tolerates Finn.
So we work with we work with small animals on a regular basis, and the little kittens, and like we work with feral and like wild or aggressive animals as well. But I mean, that's a very different size and a very different aggression level and ability to harm people.
And the thing
so how
is,
do you
though, is that like,
how do you do that?
So the thing with her was like, I've worked with aggressive horses before, and she wasn't aggressive. If you like, she would just try and get away from what she was scared of.
Yeah.
She would run away, and everyone assumed it was her being defiant, and really it was she was scared. And so what we realized when we brought her to the new facility, which is Driftway Stables in Westport, which is an amazing facility, what we realized was that she was terrified of the trainer. And so her behaviors weren't related to her being aggressive. They were related to her being scared. And she was trying to run away. And literally my 3-year-old can hand feed her carrots. He can go play with her. He can do anything with her.
Finn the demon child?
Yeah, the demon child, which like some of us can't tolerate him, and she's fine with him. And like she doesn't move, doesn't do anything aggressive. She's just scared of the world because every human she's interacted with until us is like evil, been evil to her. And so what we realized with her was that, and Scott, who has been her trainer, has done an amazing job at helping us understand that, you know, she's not mean. She just doesn't understand the world because she's never been allowed to. Because she was basically like, for lack of, I don't know if anybody watched it or read that book where they just used the women for breeding. Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah. So she's literally the horse version of a Handmaid's Tale. And what she was trying to do was escape it. She was terrified. And so she would run and run and run and try and get away. And everyone was telling us she was being defiant. And what Scott explained to us was she wasn't defiant. She was terrified. She was
How much
afraid
of your work as a therapist like informs that with another animal? Like,
it was so funny because my mother was like, just get rid of her. Why are you dealing with this? Like, what? Like, this is ridiculous. Just, you know, sell her somewhere cheap, let them breed her and see what happens. And I was like, I can't, as a therapist, I was like, my mom's like, you're over identifying. I'm like, you're right, I am over identifying. This horse has a trauma history. And I was like, she has PTSD. And there was something about her that was like so loving, because I never saw her be aggressive. I never saw, like, she would snuggle my kids. She would snuggle us. We could walk her around without using a lead rope. So I never saw any of the aggression. It was always when we weren't around.
Yeah. And
so my mom's like, why are you putting up with that? Like, you know, just, I mean, I know it's your choice. She's like, you're over identifying because you're a therapist. And I was like, you're right. I am over identifying because I am a therapist, but you know what? She deserves it. Because why? Because she's scared of the world. Like, well, what better people to teach her it's not scary than a therapist? So
exactly, yeah,
that's what we've been doing. And Scott at Driftway Meadows has been a huge help, and he's really shown us how you can work with a horse that is scared of the world. And shown us like how to respect her and like read her signs, like when she's scared, and reassure her with our voice and our tone and stuff like that. And she's literally like the sweetest she's so sweet. I can't even stand it, but she does require a lot of maintenance because of her injuries. Unfortunately, the damage that happened was nerve damage, and it almost would have been better if she had broke something because it's easier to heal the nerve damage. So we've been doing a lot of like PEMF with her, which is basically
just taking this interview away. I wanted to ask you questions.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to lead you into that. Hold on.
You're like, I'm in charge of this session.
I wanted to ask a question.
Take your power back.
That's right. So you were talking about this therapy, and I was checking it out on the website. We are going to talk about dressage shortly, but right after PEMF massage, so pulse electromagnetic field massage. So this is something that you are using to help restore nerve damage in Mama Horse's tail. I think
so her hind and her tail. I don't know if the videos came through. You'd see like a red light and stuff like that, and it's like tubes that go over her, and they literally penetrate through the nerves and help stimulate a regrowth. So that the nerves will hopefully begin to get signals again over and over again, so that she won't have she literally has no movement in her tail. So, and for people that aren't horse people,
yes,
the tail is very important. So like the tail, A, gives us a signal to let us know if the horse is upset, but B, it also helps them swat away flies. So it like goes side to side, so that because horses' skin is like actually 100 times more sensitive than human skin. They can twitch it. Like, I don't know if anyone's ever seen it, but
100 times more sensitive.
So that's like they can twitch off flies, and they feel it like much more than we do. And that's why like racing and everything is so awful when you hit them and stuff like that, because it's like if you hit, I don't know if anyone's into BDSM, but if anyone ever has gotten hit with a
There's
crop,
no kink shaming
we're
here.
very sex positive here.
Okay. So if a human's been hit by a crop, it's a little bit of a sting, but when a horse gets hit with a crop, it's like 10 times that amount of pain.
That just seems so not that it seems like the bigger the animal, you'd have to hit it harder to feel it. Like,
but it's not. That's a problem that people understand. Horses' skins is so sensitive. Like,
I know that.
Like they can feel a fly land on them, and they will like they can literally twitch their skin. But they use their tail like as a huge amount as a fly deterrent. They swish it back and forth to keep the flies away. And so not only is the nerve damage like affecting her ability to ride, but more importantly, we care less about that. It's affecting her ability to be able to survive, because they have to be able to use their tail to swish away the flies. It's like a fan that you use to kind of let, keep things away. That's how she uses her tail, swats the flies away like we use a fly swatter. But horses, because their skin's so sensitive, they can literally get welts and stuff like that. It's awful. So we really want to get her nerve damage under control before fly season is upon us.
So what happens after what are future plans for Mom? Like once you've restored her, or, she's not.
Our plan basically is whatever she tells us.
Great. Yeah.
So if she can be ridden, we'll try it. If the PEMF works and she gets movement in her tail, that's great. Like our goal right now is just to get her movement in her tail so that she can float away the flies.
Yeah.
To us, that'd be a huge improvement.
Yeah.
But really, we just want her to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dressage. What?
Yeah, no, we're getting to that.
We're moving
But
on to dressage
I think it's important
right now.
to talk about the rescue horses as well. Like yeah.
Okay.
We can do that.
All right. so riding. So she may or may not want to ride.
Yeah, I mean, realistically though, all we care about is that she's happy and comfortable.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely the way to go, and let the animal kind of
like
guide what the choices will be.
And it seems like she ended up in the right place, is what I'm getting from all of this. Like,
yes,
no, you're the the right person to like protect her and make her whole again.
Yeah. And so the name of this episode was How to Win Trophies with Horses, I think.
Yes, sorry. So
no, but I wanted to know, and I wanted to talk about some of that stuff because like there was a lot of information there that I had no idea.
And like as folks in a community that is very engaged with animal rescue, like honestly, that's the stuff that's very important to me. Like we're all kind of working for the betterment of these animals' lives, you know.
Yeah. But yes, we do have some videos of some dressage.
What is dressage?
What is dressage? Why do you have to wear a fancy hat? Or do you just have to be hoity-toity? Tell us about dressage.
So because dressage has been so exclusive for so long, in the 1990s they started Western dressage, which is less hoity-toity.
Like punk dressage?
It's basically punk dressage. Yes, it's an excellent way to explain it. So we get to wear blingy things, and we use a Western saddle, but an English bridle. Mm-hmm. And basically we do the same moves you would do in dressage, but slower. And we don't need all of the fancy hoity-toityness. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's a video, I don't know if it's queued up, of me on a gray horse doing some Western dressage. And you would notice that the horse kind of crosses his feeties. His hoofs, if you want to use the correct terminology. I apologize, my boobs will get aggressive in this. And I know we talked about boobs earlier.
Wow, look at that horse move.
Yes. So that is our old
What
horse.
Is that?
Yes, that is dressage. So he did the cross, which is called a passover, where they cross over their feet.
So can you show us with your hands like what?
Yes, so it'd be like choo, choo, choo. So that is one of the fancy dressage. You'll see him doing it again. He's doing a little half pass. And
it's like you're teaching a horse to dance.
Yes, that is. So just Western dressage is basically teaching a horse to dance.
Kim was like, teaching a horse to dance.
Right, I'm here for the horse videos. I've been listening the whole time, but this is important.
So yes, dressage is horse dance, basically. That is example. He does his little crossovers, and he does little half passes, and he does his little trick trots. And basically you'll notice his head's down and round, and his whole body comes through. Mm-hmm. And so he's using his back. And he is, I did win at a show with him. Doing his little fanciness. I know.
A ribbon.
A ribbon. And he is a great horse. Unfortunately, he's older now, so we retired him and gave him to a child that had cancer, and he's like he became a Make-A-Wish horse.
Oh, come on. Oh, you're just a good person all around. Oh.
So he's a Make-A-Wish horse now. And he went to a little boy that had cancer. Mm-hmm.
So how do you teach them? Like, why does a horse need to do that? And how are you here's what I want you to do, horse.
So if you go through if you look at the video, you'll notice, I don't know if they can slow it down, but it's cues with my heels. So as he comes around, I don't know if I can't see because it's not very big. Let me see. So my heel will go up and my leg goes on to push him over. And that gives him the cue, and I lift my outside rein, which is the outside is the closest to the wall. Mm-hmm. So you'll notice I'm almost like leaning a little bit.
Yeah.
And so he starts to move. And that cues him that he needs to half pass.
Is this?
And you'll notice my headset will look at the wall versus at him. So my body language is telling him he needs to go to the wall.
What's that thing in Pacific Rim where they kill the kaijus with whatever that like it's like you're inside the robot and you're making it do the dressage. You see Pacific Rim?
No, I should
whatever
see that.
Well, your nerd kids probably.
Oh no, I've seen it. I know.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Like, so really, like you're cueing the movement.
Yeah, so you'll see, like if you look, so I have the helmet on, and you'll see, like I look at the wall, I'm not looking at him, and my leg goes back behind the girth, which is underneath. And it tells him that he needs to go over to the wall, but he can't turn because my outside rein is up.
Mm-hmm.
So because which is close to the wall, that sends a signal that you can't turn that way because I'm holding you up, but you cross over, my leg goes back behind the girth, and then he goes back to the wall.
Oh my gosh. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
Can we I think we've got time for one more video. Can we do one of like the cart or what was the other one?
There's
other
cart and then there's saddle seat.
What do you want to do, Rhiannon? What's the fun one? What's your favorite?
Well, my favorite is cart, just 'cause I think it's super cute when Nolan does cart, because like it's like old man style. Like not a lot of people do cart anymore.
Oh.
So it's like
Cart.
literally like back into like the 1890s. Like where like horses used to pull us around on a cart, but now we pull them around on a trailer. Well played, horses. Well played.
Mm-hmm.
They figured it out.
Fancy. They fancy.
Yeah, so you'll see him in his little, like, I think he was a little mafia man. And he just goes around. And it's actually a dying art. Not a lot of people do cart anymore, but
is that like centurion soldier kind of cart too?
Yes. And so like basically back in the day, this is how everyone used to get around.
Jesus.
And so when you see like the movies from the like when they have the like the old English movies and people are in carriages and stuff like that, that's basically what he's doing. And the horse sticks up and goes faster.
What's different about what that horse is doing compared to if you were like a different competition? Like, what are they looking for when you've like? It's
so
a
with
horse
him, so when it's cart, it's all upper body strength, which most riding's actually lower body. So everything is used with your hands and your shoulders and your back, versus when you ride, it's mostly your like with the earlier video, you saw me move Pico over with my leg and my outside rein, but here he can't use his legs to cue the horse. Right, there's no leg on the horse, so everything is used with your body and signals with your body, shoulder back, you know. And so basically though, for like hundreds of years, this is how people used to get around. So everyone knew how to do this, but now we have cars and all those things, so it's like a homage to old school riding. Or driving.
So how often do you compete your horses? Like,
so Nolan, he competes all summer long. So he will go from April to the end of November. And he does he does right now, he does Morgans, which that's a Morgan that you see right there, and Mama's a Morgan, and which is a type of breed of horse. And they will do Morgan shows from the beginning of April until the end of, I guess our last show was November. Yeah, it was November, because we were there for because we went to Oktoberfest, so that was literally Halloween, and we left on November 1st.
So I'm wondering, so I don't want to brag, but I had a pony.
Oh my God.
I had a pony when I was younger. And I used to competitively run barrels.
Oh yes, okay, barrel racing.
Right, yeah, like Western style. Like I was in 4th grade. I had a pony. I was in rural fucking Michigan, and that's why any of this happened. There were just ponies, and they gave me one. Yeah. But I would get, so my horse King, he was a little shit.
Because he's a pony.
Yeah, he has strong opinions about what
Ponies are assholes.
Yeah, he was an asshole. But
Yeah.
I would get him into the ring with the barrels, and basically what I had to figure out, and this took me a little bit, I had to figure out how to get out of his way, because he saw those barrels and he wanted to do it. He knew exactly how to run.
He knew his job. He knew his job.
And I think he maybe took some joy from it. Like, all I had to do was be on top of him so we could beat the competition.
Yes.
Like,
So
are your horses the same way?
Yeah, horses love a job.
Yeah.
They're like I don't know if anyone has like shepherds or like dogs that like need to like a collie, like a border collie, like they have to have a job. Horses are the same way. They have to have a job.
Yep.
Or they go crazy in their head.
Yeah.
So like oh, this is a bad video. I don't want him to
Don't show that video.
Don't show that one.
That's one where the pony falls. No, sad.
No
Corey Murray says, hell yeah, rural fucking Michigan. Woo!
Well, interesting. Nolan's new horse who's coming coming from Indiana. So similar. And it's a Morgan.
rural fucking Indiana.
And he's coming in so that because we don't want to push Mama to ride fast. So we're bringing in a new horse. But no, so horses need a job. They hate to be bored. Like you'll see a lot of weird behaviors if they're bored. Like they'll start to chew the wood. They'll start to like they'll crib. It's called cribbing, but they chew the wood.
Yeah.
Like the horse that no one takes lessons on right now at Scott's until Tank comes in, which I love. I don't know if anyone is like a Will Ferrell fan, but it's Hank the Tank.
Probably.
From Old School.
I've never seen it. I'm sorry.
How have you never seen Old School? You have to watch Old School.
I have missed a lot of important cultural movies.
Oh my God.
I've never seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Let's not talk about it.
Why do you allow this to happen? You have to fix this.
Have you seen?
I haven't seen
either of these movies.
No, I think I saw.
Oh my God.
This is why we're good together.
Yeah, so you should watch these to make you better together.
All right.
How you get better. It's a therapy project.
Okay.
But you have to watch Old School. And there's this guy called Hank the Tank, who's Will Ferrell from Saturday Night Live. And he like runs through the street naked. So one of the reasons that we bought this horse, which is sad and pathetic, was his name is Tank. And I want to call him Hank the Tank.
Okay. And he runs around naked.
Yes. And horses are naked all the time. I mean, they don't wear a lot of clothes. They just got the fur.
It's true. It's true.
True. So Hank the Tank is coming in.
All right.
And if you bring us back, I will show you pictures of Nolan's show season.
Okay.
Will be very fancy.
We're gonna see some
literally
Brazilian cowboys.
Like a debutante ball. I can't show any videos until he has actually premiered in his show season.
Oh, well, we must have you back after he's premiered, his debut, blah, blah. You will be, what is it when you show off your daughters or whatever, they come out?
A debutante.
Debutante's ball.
But it was like, oh, you haven't, wasn't it called coming out?
Yes, it's a coming out. So no one will have this coming out on Hank the Tank when we figure out.
Got it.
His show name is, though, it's much fancier, but I'm not going to tell you.
No, we're going to come back.
Come back.
All right.
A nice horse cotilling.
That's right. It literally is, though. Like, that's basically.
we can all get nice dresses and it'll be
we'll all get dressed up. We'll do a horse ball.
We'll do our prom. My Little Pony.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Thank you so much for being here with us again. You're amazing.
I'm sorry if I bored the shit out of everybody.
No.
I mean, there's literally more people watching now than when you started, so I think you brought people in. Thank you so much for being here. Daniel, can we take a brief intermission and get to our next guest?
We're gonna do one music video.
Yeah.
When I say brief intermission, like 2 minutes.
I need to go pee is what I'm saying. So, and then we'll get to our
okay. Thank you, Rhiannon. If you want to see Rhiannon, her Instagram, can I share your Instagram? I think it's public, right? It's like R Jackson 29.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
If you want to see the horses and her lovely son Nolan, I think he got a Moby Kit Rescue shirt. Maybe he'll sport that at some point on the.
He will. He did. He has sported earlier. I'm sure he will sport it again.
Yes. Okay. All right. We're gonna go to our break.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.
You.
Thanks for rescuing horses.
Thanks, Rhiannon.
Horses.
You're
We're
amazing.
gonna go to a break. Whoa. My bed, girl, I want you in it. My heart is yours right now. Tick tock, I'm counting every minute. Inside your arms you drown. Would you call my name when you start to scream? Say the words out loud. Hit me in the heart if I go too far. Right when you're starting to drown.
I can probably
My bed, girl, I want you in it. My heart is yours right now. Tick tock, counting every minute. Inside your arms you drown. That night I'll never forget it. The sky came pouring down, the rain flowing where we let it. Inside your eyes I drown. You're on your own, turning to the ghosts. It can feel like, oh. If you take too long, you turn into song. Inside my words, you drown. My bed, girl, I want you in it. My heart is yours right now. Tick tock, I'm counting every minute. Inside your arms you drown. That night I'll never forget it. The sky came pouring down, the rain flowing where we let it. Inside your eyes you drown. When the summer nights start to lose the light, when the earth spins around, when you leave your mark on my squirrel hall, hold me till I
Okay, okay. Now we're unmuted.
Hello.
Hello.
I'll get my NPR voice going for you guys.
Welcome to blah blah blah.
Yes, we're here to talk about artisan zucchini in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on Queerapalooza. This is a wild show.
Yeah.
We just took a hard right turn from horse talk.
Yes.
And I guess now we're gonna do We're gonna do some music.
Yeah. Rory Phillips, I'm so excited you're
That's
here.
me.
Could you introduce yourself? Tell us
Sure.
who you are a little
No,
bit.
I'd be happy to. My name's Rory Phillips. I have been in a lot of bands, the Impossibles, the Stereo, Slow Reader, the Artificial Heart, the list goes on and on. But I'm here tonight because Michael listened to my old band, the Impossibles, and so I'm going to play some Impossible songs and then try and sneak in some, ones that are from other bands that people will be less excited to hear.
I'm excited to hear them all.
I want to hear that. I also want to talk about your podcast, and I don't want to no spoilers.
Don't bury the lead.
How many bands have you been kicked out of?
Oh, just pretty much just the one. I've had bands break up and I think I was probably the reason that the band just kind of stopped. But just the one that just kind of kept going. Without me. But yeah, I created a podcast, and that's what I mostly do now. I'm really rusty as far as this whole music playing thing goes, so we're gonna find out how that goes together. But yeah, I'll just get into it. Here we go.
I'm looking forward to it.
We're stepping off the stage.
Oh, fuck, I love this song.
The subject to the predicate. You let me know. You're leaving for Connecticut. First flight tomorrow. I've been separated from you. Lost track of time, we've lost, it's true. Dearly departed from you. Now to be split into who? What more can I say? I don't have the words to make you stay. Sentences fall to break and fade. Good God! From the subject to the predicate, you let me know. You're leaving for Connecticut. You won't let me follow. Thanks. Just applause. This is always fun playing ska music on acoustic guitar, a instrument that is perfectly suited for ska, but I'm going to try it anyway. Push pin my picture to your wall, framed it in pieces of argyle. There's a thread for every minute. I miss my chance to begin it. I can feel the pressure building up as you cram it to the top. A coffee can fill with letters. My ears begin to pop as the tension drops. We're falling down. Someday you won't be around. It's so awkward to say goodbye to you. That tensest moment when I fail to follow through. I'm on turns and knees, you tighten the screws. On slip on the noose, and I push my pen across your page, casting my spell like a first level mage. My epic battle between love and rage, a dramatic mess not fit for my age. We've fallen down. Someday you won't be around for me to fall back on. way falling down. All my innocence is drowned since you've gone. She says she's changing every day. She wants to know how, why, and who, where. She says there's still good left in me, like I'm the Dark Lord of the South. I write this every single winter. Now I'm writing it again. I shed my common sense in exchange for newer skin. Goodness, I've suddenly learned to appreciate my friends. The bad news is I haven't got any left. The good news is I dream about it almost every night. The bad news is that when I wake up, you're not there. Thanks so much. Yeah, so like we mentioned, I made a podcast about a band called The Stereo. It was a band that I was kicked out of, and so I didn't know a lot of their story after the first record that we made, and so we made it into a podcast. I made it into a podcast called Kings of No Hope. So check that out if you want, and this is a Stereo song. It's called 300. It's a true story, 2 a.m. You pulled me out of bed so we could go bowling. Right at the alley, I made a turkey. It never works, but the possibility is always there. Simple hesitations undermined. 2 weeks later, you're my Valentine. And when we fall, it's fine. Come on! Perfect moment, please don't end. That guy, I got my strike on the colored pen. My crutches, I don't need them. Hallelujah, I'm safe, can I have an amen? Like all the best passages underlined. Swimming with you in the summertime. And when we fall, it's fine. This is the rock out part. Simple hesitations undermined. 2 weeks later, you're my Valentine. And when we fall, thanks. I'm saying thank you to Michael, who is clapping on camera. I don't know if anyone else can see that. Knocking the rust off. Still a little rust on there, but it's coming off. It's getting off slowly but surely. Let's see. Let's do this one. This is an Artificial Heart song. I have this dream that I'm falling in love the way we did when you and I were kids. So please don't wake me up. We kept ourselves so safe we can't reach one another. We tried to communicate but the signal is failing. Run for cover. Sisters, brothers, hide your hearts away. Did this to ourselves, traded skin for shell. I'm alright, okay. We trade up what we want for what we need. It's not the same thing, it's just another way that we slow down our suffering. Run for cover, sisters, brothers, hide your hearts away. Did this to ourselves, traded skin for shell. I'm alright, SOS, save a ship in distress, out of reach. SOS, save a ship. It's too late, it's too late, it's time to run for cover. Sisters, brothers, hide your hearts away. Dance to ourselves, traded skin for shell. I'm alright, okay. Any requests? If it's on this list of 8 songs that I learned this week, then I'll play it. What? Which one? I did. So Michael told a story at the beginning about getting Scarmageddon 3, which was a comp that the Impossibles were on.
Yeah.
Huge for us to get onto a Moon Ska Records compilation at the time. And I might be able to play that one.
Is it Widowmaker?
Widowmaker is the
Yeah.
song.
I
might be able to pull that one out of my butt. I'm going to try.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Okay. And by the way, I should say, The Impossibles is a band with 2 singers. I am one of those singers. Right now, I'm trying to make up for two singers. I love Gabe, and Gabe, I wish you were here, because this is way harder without you.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna do this without Gabe.
Well, let's find out. I'm
cool.
curious myself. Like a ton of bricks, it hits before she finishes her sentence, as the predicate predicts. A swift dicting to her presence. I could see it coming from a mile away. At 600 miles an hour, a surprise attack, a Tori kamikaze, no looking back, the tactic of considerable power. Whoa! It doesn't matter now what I should have done then. My heart was in the right place at the wrong time again. It doesn't matter now what I should have done then. My heart was in the right place at the wrong time again. Close to half a second, my composure was lost, and I had found my modesty. Everything not in the dumpster was otherwise tossed. A voice lacking sincerity. Whoa! It doesn't matter now what I should have done then. My heart was in the right place at the wrong time again. It doesn't matter now what I should have done then. My heart was in the right place at the wrong time again. It's you plus me divided by inadequacy times my denial. Minus 3 words here thrown around and around and why can't you just say whoop? If you want to get away, you'll have to go through me, or walk over my dead body, and you just may. The ship is sinking, I'm the captain, and there's no escape. If you want to get away, you're gonna have to go through me. Hey! That one was almost better than the ones I practiced more. Other than forgetting that one part. Great. I don't know, like how many more songs should I try and play? 2 more songs. Let's do it. Let me go ahead and do two songs off of the upcoming stereo record. So I mentioned that I got kicked out of the stereo. Spoiler alert for the podcast. We are now making a new record. So I'm going to do, let's see, a couple songs off here. This one's called 13. So you say you gotta leave me. I'm an unlucky 13, and you deserve a king. You're 7 steps in front of me. I'm never gonna be the prediction you conceived. Go if you wanna go. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you, no, no, no. Go if you wanna go. I don't need you in control. I don't need you, no, no. A black cat crossed out your tracks. Now you can't double back to the path that takes you home. You're 7 steps in front of me. I'm never gonna be the prediction you conceived. Go if you wanna go. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you, no, no, no. Go if you wanna go. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you, no, no, no. Go if you wanna go. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you, no, no, no. Go if you wanna go. I don't need you in control. I don't need you, no, no. That's 13. And my last song, and thanks again, Queerapalooza, for having me. And I guess maybe we're going to talk a little bit after this, but this one is called Seek and Find. You spend half your life to prepare, to make a bed you'll lie in, but you just can't lay there. Now see what you couldn't before, when the window wouldn't let the light in. There was me right at your door. And I know that the odds are often stacked against sentimental sentiments, but love goes around. If you're lucky when it comes around, you're swept off the ground. Love goes around. Gotta catch it when it comes around. So stay alive, I'll seek and find your sought and found. Couldn't believe in what shouldn't be a big surprise. I always carried a torch for you. I held high the boombox playing in your eyes. But now being face to face and years removed has got you paralyzed. And I know that the odds are often stacked against the longevity of our happiness, but the arcs of our past twist and bend like the fabric of a chain link fence. Tie that binds, still going strong, carries on and on and on and on. 'Cause love goes around. But when it comes around, you're swept off the ground. Love goes around. Gotta catch it when it comes around. Love goes round. When it comes around, swept off the ground. Love goes around. Gotta catch it when it comes around. So stay alive, I'll seek and find your sought and found. American Pie. Long, long time ago. Sorry, I'm watching the chat. You should never watch the chat while you're playing, by the way.
Oh, right?
Don't recommend it.
Could destroy you.
Yeah, right. I'm catching up in the chat right now. It is consuming. It is consuming. That's exciting.
Did y'all want to talk at all, or should I just?
Yeah, I know we've
Shut
already
up.
held you past when we said we would, because we always run long. I'm so sorry. that was so good. That
That
was so
was so
good. That made
good.
me so happy.
That was so good.
Can we talk a little bit about your podcast? I listened
Sure.
to, I think 4 episodes are out right now, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I listened to all 4 today, and it's
Nice.
so good. Can you just give us an intro to what the podcast is?
Yeah, so The Stereo was a band that I helped start back in 1999 with a guy named Jamie Wolford. And The Stereo was never a band that broke through, but they were really influential. We were one of the early bands on Fuel by Ramen Records. Fuel by Ramen would go on to put out Paramore and Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco and 21 Pilots and all these gigantic bands. And while The Stereo never got to that level, we were, cited by some of those bands as being influential. And so I got kicked out of the band early on, and it was always really puzzling to me that they didn't take off. They kind of had like the sound that you would think would have kind of made it, and they seemed to have a lot of opportunities, but it never seemed to happen for them. So this was an opportunity for me to actually find out the history of the band, after I was no longer in it. And the more I got into it, it was just super fascinating. And so I think that my whole pitch is that even if you have no idea who The Stereo is, you can still enjoy the podcast, because it is really more of just about the human drama of, I think everybody has those feelings of rejection. And so we talk a lot about me being kicked out, and, what that kind of feels like and what it's like to try and mend that fence. So yeah, I think people enjoy it.
And I will also say, I just listened to all of it today, and the production value of the podcast is really high. The sound is great. And the storytelling, I think it's kind of a universal kind of storytelling. And you made this it's basic. It's made of interviews, right? So of all of the people involved, all the people who got kicked out of this band, which is a lot, and also a lot of other people. I mean,
is it like the Beach Boys? Like, how many people started it, and how many people? Like, what was the? I mean, what were the iterations?
There was just one member that stayed throughout it. At various points in the band's history, pretty much the entire band, rest of the band was fired. After me I was the first victim, so to speak, and so.
And I'm gonna say, as one of the kids who was going to the shows at the time, and really, I never liked The Stereo because they kicked you out.
Well, that's very nice. I mentioned while I was playing that now I am back in The Stereo. So to anyone who feels the same, please stop boycotting The Stereo. We have a new record coming out May 13th called 13.
Yeah.
That I hope people will enjoy. But yeah, there was. We talk about some of that sentiment, people showing up at shows very unhappy that I was no longer in the band, which warms my heart. But I also feel kind of bad for them having to take flack for it, because in the big scheme of things, it kind of didn't really
Probably
matter.
After so many people get kicked out of the band anymore, like the trauma is still there for the fans, but you guys are all
You're like, I'm doing other things now. Had a great line, guys. It's all right.
Well, I think that's, part of the purpose of the podcast and stuff is to give people a peek at what that's like. And, what did it feel like at the time? And then what is it like now for us to reflect back on it? And I think, in some cases people try to smooth things out a little too much and kind of make it like, oh, everything's all cool. We don't really do that. There's definitely still a dramatic element to those conversations. We try and really get to the base feelings behind it.
cool.
Yeah. How did you? So the podcast is constructed of interviews,
Right.
That I think are very very craftfully, if that's a word, constructed.
Craftfully
There's
crafted?
I am crafty.
You take these interviews and it creates a dramatic arc within each episode, and it's very emotional and interesting. And how did you convince all of these different people to do these interviews with you to make this podcast?
I mean, yeah, I think, we're all still friendly enough, and I think people wanted to tell the story too. I think I wasn't the only person sort of fascinated at how The Stereo never made it. I think a lot of people kind of in that scene, and even in that band, even other people who've been kicked out of it, had that sense that well, this is going to add up to something at some point. And so everybody, came to the table and wanted to kind of get into it. And to your point, for me making a podcast, most of the podcasts that I listen to are more like this, more kind of live conversation stuff. But when it came time to actually create something, I knew it was going to be more in that sort of audio documentary sort of format. And that's more what Kings of No Hope is like.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I think like it resonates with me because I was hearing about this stuff sort of
right
as it was going on.
Yeah.
And then now I'm finding out all this like behind the scenes information, but also I think there are themes throughout the podcast that would resonate with anyone who's ever been rejected or who has ever like almost made it. And one of the fascinating things to me is that I expected this to be a story about you, and it's not.
Right.
Like you get kicked out in like the first or second episode.
Right.
And
episode
then
2.
the story keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's where it got good for me.
Yeah.
I had a lot more fun finding out about all the stuff that I didn't know about. Like at one point, the rest of the band talking about going on a tour without Jamie and getting a different singer.
Yeah.
Not to give that tidbit away, but that was mind-blowing at the time, and I was really happy to be able to share that story after hearing it. It's like, oh my gosh, this is going to make for great storytelling.
Yeah. Well, okay. Everyone should go listen to Kings of No Hope.
Kings of New Hope.
No Hope.
Kings of No Hope, because they couldn't do it. They couldn't cut it.
No.
Kings of
Now maybe the Kings of New Hope. We'll see how this new record is received.
They live in like New Hope, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Right. That's the next podcast is the Kings of New Hope.
That's like about
something
the gangs of Delaware or something.
And
sure.
And check out the new stereo songs. So the first thing I did before listening to the podcast was I listened to the stereo album.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a context for everything else. And then I was like, oh, what is this? The stereo songs dropping in 2022. And I was like, oh, I think I might know where this podcast is going. So everyone should check out the podcast and also check out the new music. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you.
Thanks so much, y'all. It was really great to be here.
Yeah, we're so happy that you could like share some music, and it's kind of inspired me to be like, wait, what about my musical heroes? Maybe I should go reach out to my musical heroes.
Maybe you should host a podcast.
Right?
Yeah.
Tell their story.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and I'm gonna go check out that podcast. Mm-hmm. All right,
and we'll get right on that podcast, and we'll let you know.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready to move on to the next segment of things. Daniel, make a thing happen on the screen, because you're a wizard.
He is a wizard. It's really
hello.
It's
Rissy, Stevani.
We have all the links.
Rissy and Stevani, fucking up your shit.
Yeah, we have all the links.
All the links. I'm just making
for Rory Phillips' stuff.
Cool. I just want to make sure that all the good stuff is in there.
Thanks so much for being here.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's like you never know. Reach out to people that made a difference in your life and let them know. I think.
You know what it was? So quarantine happened, COVID happened, and we were like, let's make a dumb show because we've been quarantined and alone for 3 weeks.
And we have lots of dumb friends to be on the show with us.
Right. Well, no. So we kind of ran through our dumb friends. And at some point I was like, okay, I think that we're just permanently stuck in our house. Like, what if I reach out to some of my actual heroes and see if they wanna be on our dumb show?
Yeah.
And what happened with Rory is I reached out on Twitter.
Yeah.
At near the beginning of COVID.
Yes.
And then 18 months later, Rory was like, hey, I just got this message.
Yeah.
And we were like,
I think I was driving and we got a thing on Twitter and I was like, who's this Rory, blah, blah, blah. And Michael
was like, oh shit.
He got back to me and I was like, do you want me to reach out to him again? Even though it's been 18 months?
Yes.
Okay. And then it was, you just never know. So.
Yeah, you just never know.
That's cool.
I'm so glad he made it.
Yeah. We're going to play some games with some friends.
Yeah, let's do that thing.
Who are our friends that are joining us today? I see Stevani. I was like, Stevani doesn't have a rolled R in it, so I had to keep going.
My last name does.
Ross. I was like, I don't even know Rissy's last name. I just know Rissy.
It is mysterious.
It is mysterious.
Yeah, intentionally so, right?
Mysterious.
Indeed.
I never thought of that. I don't actually know Rissy's last name. Like I know Blythe and I know Amanda, but Rissy's always just like Rissy.
Like, here's the thing. I don't think Blythe's name is her real name.
Oh, that might be true. Yeah,
It is. That is true. Also,
I don't think we're supposed to know that. Either.
Blythe also is a creature of mystery.
Yeah.
No.
Like, I'm pretty sure I know Amanda's real name because we steal her HBO.
That's true. That's true. And what's up with stealing Hulu these days? By the way, why do we have to put in?
We have to sign into it
Amanda's
every time.
Password every single time. Yeah. Amanda, if you're listening, which I know.
No, I think Amanda's busy tonight.
Yeah, I know Amanda's busy, but in case she checks in, let's talk about simplifying that password for the good of all of us.
Stevani, how are you?
Sorry, on the whole, okay. I have tendonitis or something in this hand, which is...
Is that why you did not have a ukulele on your last ukulele live stream?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does create a slight challenge when you can't actually play the instrument that everybody's watching you for.
Did you, play ukulele too hard? Did you rock it?
I don't actually know. I suspect it's more to do with the typing and mousing and smartphoning. It's more likely culprit, but it's possible the ukulele also had a role in there. I don't know.
I get worried about my thumbs sometimes. I know that my dad has bad thumbs too, and he plays the guitar as well. And so sometimes I worry if I feel a little thing. Do you feel it more like in this joint, or is it more like
it's basically the thumb and then running up my arm up to my shoulder.
Oh, it's all up the arm.
Yeah. So I've had the brace on for the past month, and it's getting better. It's still not great. So I'm basically supposed to just keep with this. And the good news, I'm back on anti-inflammatories, which I was off for a couple of weeks. So that's helping me function in the meantime. So that's good.
Hey, anti-inflammatories for the win.
Yeah. But yeah. Other than that, though, things are okay.
Other than that, good. All right, we are starting games, and as we start games, we always want to thank our guests. We thank Rhiannon Jackson, we thank Roy Phillips, we thank Kim Smith, and a special thanks to Daniel Neruda, who herds all the cats in this show. The videos and the JPEGs and the pings and the GIFs and all that stuff. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I see a quiplash.
Yeah.
It is time to shut up the chat.
All right.
Oh,
yes.
I'm gonna say goodbye to Sarita and Renee and George. Kimberly Smith is still gonna be here, so I'm not gonna say goodbye to her.
Don't say goodbye to Kim Smith. Kim Smith.
Josh Thomas, thank you so much for being here.
Love you.
Love you. Kim is actually leaving, but not like the house, so she's still here.
Yeah. She's relinquished her entertainment duties, and it is on us now. Oh, it's on us, which
okay, I should go sign into the thing.
Just
okay,
talking and stuff. Yes. If Rhiannon didn't know that I had ADD already.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she knows you have ADD.
No, she does, but I just feel like this show makes me extra because there's so many things happening, and I'm trying to juggle them.
There's a lot of information.
Feels good sometimes as a human with the neurodivergencies. I did it. Okay. Ta-da! It's very quiet.
Oh yeah, we're not getting music from the game right now.
Could we get a little music from the game? I feel like, or I could start my own music. That's fine.
Yeah, the Nintendo Wii music. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh my god, I was singing that to myself in the shower the other day.
Dun dun dun. Were you in a dungeon shower?
No, just sometimes I like to make weird sounds at myself.
Okay. I do that sometimes, like as a emotional outburst.
Yeah, I don't know. Do ADHD people stim the way autistic people do? Because
Sarah says yes from across the house.
Okay, because in that case, I definitely do it to like externalize energy.
Oh yeah, I have a thing with my foot.
Oh, she does a thing with her foot for sure.
You learn, I think, not science at all, but like I think depending on like how accepting your environment was, like if you were stimming or being hyperactive or whatever, like there were different ways. Like if you couldn't be hyperactive and run around, well, you learned how to like conserve it, like in your little toe or
right, like
part of you, and that's where it comes out. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I'm always like wiggling my fingers, and if I have a pen, like, yeah, because I think as a kid, I did some of like the rocking back and forth kind of thing, and was
rocking back and forth is nice.
It is, and it was like, what the fuck are you doing? Is what the response. I was like, all right, can't do that anymore. Like we're not doing that again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's what a rocking chair is for,
right?
It's like it's a comforting feeling just to be held and be rocked.
So yeah, so maybe like making fun mouth sounds is also stimming. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, don't babies and humming and like I think the vibration. I'm sure someone very more scientifically minded is watching. Has a name for it. Fancy.
I know a lot more about evolutionary biology than I do about the science of my brain problems. So.
Yeah, I've learned that it's not too good to know too much about the science, like of your own brain, because then you just start overthinking the science, like of like, and then you explode a little.
Although I do like there is one theory, and I don't know if this is testable at all. I think it's actually an unscientific theory in the sense that you couldn't design an experiment to test it, but that why does ADHD survive? In the human population, and the idea, it's called the night watchman theory. That because people with ADHD are much more likely to have different circadian rhythms to be comfortable staying up late by themselves, that we would make excellent night watchmen. These would be useful traits as long as there's not too many of them.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I really, really like that idea. I don't think it's testable, but I like it.
I like that. Yeah, the night watch. Yeah, because like everybody else goes to bed and I'm usually awake, and I like to be awake while everyone else is asleep. And it's sort of like my like.
Right, nobody's watching you, and you can just be yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm Schmitty, and it seems fate has brought us together to make fart jokes.
Oh, look at our friends.
Hey, if you're bummed out you're not in the game, you can still affect the score. Join the voting audience by entering the room code. Round 1 is on deck.
Hurry up.
You'll answer 2 prompts on your device in any way you want, and then each of your responses will square off against someone else's. The remaining players vote on their favorite. Easy, right? Points are awarded based on the percentage of people who went for your answer, so make them count.
Right.
You have a prompt. Ah, that was.
Just a few seconds left.
I enjoy the animation and the claymation on it. I kind of want to like.
And
stick my hand
now
on
it begins.
Swish it.
It begins.
Starting off, whatever you do, do not put sriracha on blank.
You dick.
Okay, shower someone with points.
Oh, they're kind of the same answer.
I mean,
right?
We've got a certain quality of people that play and watch. That's my favorite.
Oh my god. I mean, sriracha might kill the infection, but I think the cure would be worse than the disease. I say that because it's got garlic in it, which is an excellent antiseptic.
All right, check this out. First she asked for legs, then the Little
True.
Mermaid asked for
You
blank.
should make a recipe and do some science.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is hilarious!
Wow.
Have you guys seen the animation of what if the Little Mermaid would she was like, I want legs like humans. How many do they have? 8, I think, and she's got 8 legs. Scurrying around on the beach.
That sounds. No, I don't want to watch that.
sounds
I don't think I want
It's
to see
fucking
that.
hilarious.
It's gonna ruin my.
Eric is kind of put off at first, and then his counselor's like, but that would mean she has extra machines.
Dishwasher.
And then he's like,
No, I went for voting rights. I was trying to come up with a quick way to say autonomy over your own body,
Okay.
but like I came up with voting
All right,
rights.
people, it's voting time.
right? Also, the ribs could be leftover food.
Wow.
Moving right along.
Same for the heart, I guess. Like,
Believe it or not,
people
kids
eat
are
that.
going crazy over these blank trading cards. Okay, everybody.
Oh.
Whip.
Well,
I mean,
Wow.
if I had to have one,
Yeah, if I had to have one.
and Amanda's not playing, so.
Masquerading.
Amanda, you sneaky bitch, are you out there?
Let's see how
That
I
would be
voted
really
for
funny.
You, Misty.
Ah, thank you.
Unlikely spokesperson for vaping. And now it's time to vote for your favorite.
I mean, I like this one because it's multi-dimensional. Because he's dead. I mean, that's the
It's
I've
unlikely
never
it
done that
anyways.
before.
And
got the quick
next
laugh.
is
Quiplash, I don't think I
the federal government should have
Sounds
an
very
executive department
I
of
heard.
blank. Time to pick the one you like best.
Ooh.
We chatted about this today, the difference between FBI, CIA,
NSA,
NSA,
whoever
AAA,
else. Yeah.
whoever else had to go.
The NSA is the most mysterious one.
That's what
That's
I
People
what
was
we
mostly
came up
forget they're
with.
there.
I was like, that's like the smoking man in the X-Files. You don't know what they do, or the Patriot Act. They tap on your phone.
Yeah.
Like
Next on the
sneaky.
docket,
National
I-
a
Sneaky
sure sign
Agency.
you're trapped
Yeah,
in a
that's probably
horrible
I have a friend
nightmare.
who was in the NSA at the height of the fucking Cold War.
Here's the
Apparently
first
he saw
part.
some
Pick your
shit.
favorite quip.
Naked and trapped on the airport escalator sounds like one of my fantasies. I'm gonna go with the other one.
What? How do you get trapped on an escalator?
I've been trapped on an escalator.
Escalator?
Oh,
Yeah.
Escalator.
no, I've been trapped on an elevator.
Okay, what's next?
And I was
I
not-
actually had an escalator try to eat my pants and I was like being pulled into it. Amanda got me out.
It was the squirrels all along.
I picked one because we already know how that person was buried, and that means the squirrels would have had to exhume them.
50-50.
That was round one. Let's
With
take a
Saddam
look at those
Hussein, yeah.
scores, shall we?
We don't know if Jimmy Hoffa has been buried.
Is Rissy like the authority on?
Rissy's pretending she doesn't know about Jimmy Hoffa and where he's buried.
Thank you for
Round
explaining.
2 has arrived.
We never
The
found
points
Hoffa's
are
body.
doubled, but so are the
Because you
expectations.
hit it very well.
Guess I'm feeling my 90s oats tonight.
Oh. Are you like zombie?
Sort of.
Oh, I just found a hat.
Not that Kim Smith, huh?
We should take a selfie. We don't do these during like QPalooza. Like with the
You're almost out of time.
Us.
Don't forget your
This would be
safety
different.
quips.
Oh. Okay. Nope. All right.
Second, I thought you guys were making out under the hat. Were you making out under the hat?
No.
No, I was biting the hat
No.
though. Which is sexual
I wouldn't
in some
do
ways.
that.
Okay, here's where the fun starts.
You don't know where that
Kicking
hat's
things
been.
off, the Greeks invented democracy.
It does smell like
Greeks
it.
invented
They also
democracy.
invented blank.
Oh.
Okay, time to choose.
No, I like that it's pigs.
Just picking them.
Picking the nose.
Yeah, I may have misspelled that. I may have misspelled that. I'm sorry.
That made it more charming.
I was gonna say it added some nuance.
Yeah, it did.
Next one up, a cautionary road sign no one would ignore.
Gosh.
Decisions. Choose your favorite.
Nothing happening here. Oh, what you got, Seymour? Come here, buddy.
Damn, fitty.
He
Next
has
up.
his own autonomy. He's
How
not
does
even a
Santa
cat
Claus
anymore.
get into
He's
houses
just like
without
reached some
chimneys?
other weird level of cartoon. He's I don't know. I think we somehow trained him with the phone too. Like he's really good at like maybe it's my hand. I'm sure there must be something. But
And
when I take a
next,
picture of that cat, like he's
What
he's
real
got this, like-
leprechauns say about how they appear
Skinner
in
would have
pop
something to
culture.
say.
I'm sure he'll be traumatized at some point. Or yeah.
All right, choose your favorite.
Wow.
Wow. I can't decide.
It's so good. It's just so good. So good. Oh, it's so good.
Thank you, Stevani.
You're
And here we have a clear sign you brought the wrong baby home from the
shit.
hospital.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't it be a good thing if the baby doesn't have your eyes
There's a
because your
baby
eyes belong in your
here.
head.
So wrong, baby. It's so good.
Yeah, that's quality.
Yeah.
Well
Good job,
done.
Beth.
Good job, Beth.
The best excuse for being a lousy lover.
Oh, COVID.
Okay, everybody,
Oh, what
Oh,
a guy.
yeah.
What a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of guys. Chuckle nuts.
But I have a
Chuck
great
nuts.
personality.
Yeah, Seymour. We've started calling Seymour, because you call animals by many names. So Seymour's also turned into
Chuckle nuts.
Chuck nuts.
Chuckle nuts.
Chuckles.
He's not the brightest bulb.
He's
not the brightest star in the sky.
Let's
Yeah.
see
Yeah, you deserve
what a
that.
cave woman said when she first created fire. Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip.
I feel bad voting for either one of these.
Yeah, they're both.
Yeah,
very
right.
different
I think
approaches.
we've set you up, and I think we. Oh my gosh! What if two people were like, "If you pick this prompt, you're."
Let's keep it going. What will be the leading cause of death in 2200?
Oh, we're not gonna make it that long.
No.
Half of one of these just so here's some points.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're all on the same page. Yeah.
Okay, only one round remains. Let's see how
They were
it's
both
shaping
right.
up to this point.
Oh.
Prepare yourself for Whiplash, a no-holds-barred quipaganza. I'm going to send each of you a prompt that requires 3 separate responses. Make me proud.
Oh my gosh.
Time's almost up. Hurry.
Okay.
Are you ready for magic?
Do you believe in magic?
3 mutual friends who write in a birthday
Well, I
card
hope
for
you
a coworker you don't know that well. All right, vote for the one you like best.
So good.
Thank you.
The 3 gifts every dad secretly wants for Father's Day.
That's what it feels like whenever I'm filling out a birthday card for anyone.
And now, pick your favorite.
They're both good, but one of them has a slight edge.
I like the go-kart full of
skateboarding aspect.
Go-kart, but it's a C kart.
What about a go-gurt full of porn?
Oh!
God.
It's the nap, because dads need naps.
3 things you'd change about Superman to make him more
And hand
relatable.
jobs.
I don't know that. I don't know. I don't want to know about my dad.
What the fuck?
Best.
There's something, the thing is like, it started me thinking, if Superman is like pooping himself or something, that would make him much more
3
relatable.
things you'll find
Right?
in any fanny pack.
What? Wow.
All right,
Wow.
people, it's voting time.
All
It's the
right then. Not sure about the rhyming thing.
Wow.
I mean, I just love that. I didn't read the rest of it. I saw a DVD of Annie, and I was like, yeah.
Large fanny pack, I gotta say.
These are both so good.
You got me. You got me.
They're
at
both
the
so
DVD
good.
of
I just
Annie.
chose that
stopped reading.
randomly.
Yeah.
I was vaguely horrified at the thought of opening up my fanny pack and seeing the Uncanny Valley in it. I'm like, no, I don't. My mind does not like that idea at all.
Yeah, well, there's very little time and only so many rhymes I could think of, so...
Damn it! My thriplash was only good enough for second place. Curses. Ah well.
You know, I pulled the Stephen Hawking card.
That was great. It's so great.
You gotta do it once in a while, and it's like a mwah. Yeah.
Did you ever listen to MC Hawking, Stephen Hawking's rap career?
What?
Somebody used a text-to-speech device like he used to rap about science. It was actually, there was some really good shit. He had a song, and it was all in the style of other rap songs, so like parodies. He had one called Fuck the Creationist in the style of Fuck the Police. It was really good.
What a world we live in.
Right?
One more game.
One more game.
One more game.
A drawful? I mean, it's yes.
Oh, I would
draw.
vote for murder trivia party.
Oh, we haven't done that in a while. Or I haven't done that. In a while.
Other opinions? We have.
I like murder.
Murder. Let's do murder.
I like murder.
Wait, I want
She
to-
says.
Murder, she said.
Trivia's fine, but
I was
murder's
trying to
better.
make our backdrop look very different, and I was like, let's go for it. Like,
Daniel, we need a
when is
call.
our next episode?
Of QPalooza, you think anyone's watching at this point?
I don't know.
Gain this
I'm not.
information?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm just asking you.
I honestly don't know. Do you know when the next QPalooza is? July.
13 people are
I
watching.
think it's in August.
August? You think that our next episode of QPalooza is the one we're doing live at Gen Con?
Mm-hmm.
Episode 69?
69.
I think so. Yeah, we don't have any other kid.
Great. Yeah. So this is 68.5.
We could do more 7. We could do like a 7.5. We could do like 9.
I'm not gonna lie though, we have a lot of shit going on. Like, are we
I
gonna
know.
have time for more QPalooza?
No, we don't. And that was my point. I was
We
like,
could have a
leading-
99
Like,
list.
I was just
We
trying
have
to
a
lead-
lot of things.
I was just trying to lead to the to, hey, we're gonna be at Gen Con.
Oh.
That was all.
Well, you could have just said that.
Well, I was trying to make a game of it. It's okay. It's okay. I was like, just do it this way. I was trying to like sneak it in. I don't know who's watching. I don't care who's
Apparently
watching.
13 people.
And we appreciate those 13 people.
We do.
Lovely humans.
Hello, fellow humans.
I'm playing because I like to play with my friends, and I'm not watching numbers.
Hello,
Yeah,
friends.
I just assume
that's
at this
why.
point in the evening, like we're just like hanging out with our friends, you know?
It doesn't matter. I still want to talk about like what because I like to know. Because also sometimes this is also like the time when like Stefani is here, Rissy is here, any of the damsels are here, and it's like, oh, if we have like, by the way, we haven't.
We could just
Have
have
a
a quick
communication,
production
we could,
meeting
like,
about
hold
our
on.
Gen Con thing that's going on.
Gen
know?
Con! I came up with a really good idea for a song that would be good for us, but I had it too late, I think.
Well, hold on. Why don't you tell us the idea?
Well, in terms of the overall kind of message of us, and also the kind of retro vibe that our Shy Guy has,
Mhm.
Right?
I was thinking a really, really good one that also you don't really hear done as a cover very often is ELO's Hold On Tight.
I've never heard any other ELO song besides the one.
Oh, really? Oh
Yeah.
my God. Oh, you are missing out.
I don't know that song either.
I'll put a link in the chat.
Okay.
It's so good. It's like, have you heard Great Balls of Fire?
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but a motivational song to like keep you from killing yourself, only with 1980s synth pop.
I think 1980s synth pop would make me want to kill myself.
No, really good 1980s synth pop.
Okay.
Let me.
Fascinating.
Well, thank you.
Ah,
Well, I compiled a while ago when my depression was real bad and before I was medicated. I made myself a playlist called "Don't Kill Yourself, Rissy."
holy shit. Sarah has that playlist.
No, it's not.
It's
Don't
not
kill
your
yourself,
playlist. It's her own
Rissy.
playlist.
Right, the
But it's
Don't
the
Kill
actual
Yourself.
Kill Yourself
It's called the
playlist.
death- No, it's called the death playlist.
She has a death playlist. Wait, you should compare playlists. Or maybe combine them for your suicides.
See, I had somebody who knew me real well who just was like, no, if you kill yourself, you inconvenience everyone else. And like, well, that can never happen now.
Yeah, and that's what's kept me. It's like, oh yeah, someone's got to find you and all that stuff. Like,
Like, what a selfish thing to do. How dare you?
yeah,
That's
Hold On
yeah.
Tight also comes from an album about a guy who like travels into the future and meets robot people.
Here's the thing about Sarah's suicide playlist.
No, so, Michael, one thing here.
Yeah.
Rissy is sharing her own story. I shared my own story. You're sharing someone else's story. So, you know, maybe take a step back. And
I
if
can do that.
And if Sarah would like to talk about it, Sarah can talk about it. Or we can go on and play the game.
We could always do that. The murder game. Let's do the murder game as opposed to the suicide game. Oh, this got dark. Ah!
My therapist is left, right? Great. Okay. Cool.
It's like, this is going to set me back in therapy. Oh, boy.
Shit's coming.
I saw a friend of mine say that on Twitter, like, I can't wait for this movie. This is going to fucking set me back in therapy. I'm so stoked.
This is your wake-up call.
Sometimes it's exciting to have like a not exciting, but like oh, I have like a thing that I'm gonna bring. Because sometimes you don't always have a.
Well, I always feel like such a bitch, just whining about my ennui or whatever, and then I'm like, oh, a horrible thing happened.
That's fun. Okay.
That's a whole other like
Which
therapy
planet is
thing.
generally the same size as Earth?
You shouldn't feel bad because other things are bad or going on around the world.
Answer the question.
What planet is generally the same size as Earth?
I have genuinely no idea.
I used to know this, and I just suddenly forgot it.
I think it's just one of those like general like blah blah blah. You might know this fact.
Who got the question right?
Ding ding.
When I say that, I'm full of shit because I got it wrong.
You and me.
Oh no.
Together.
It was a pretty common idea for a while that it was
Mono
Mars.
on
So if you guess
mono.
Mars, it's not.
It's mono e mono.
Mono.
Oh my gosh. Gifts.
Please accept these gifts before the cops bag them as evidence. Pick a box and keep what's inside. Don't shake them or...
Oh, gifts. This is...
Oh, Hashniel, you look so good in that hat.
I got money, you got a hat?
I got the hat.
What does the hat do?
I don't mind a hat. Did I lose?
I
lost and I got a hat?
So having the hat means the host considers you his dad.
Uh-oh, that's not necessarily a good thing.
And,
wow.
Well, I'm pretty sure his dad comes to a bad end.
Yeah. And when there's a gift in the game, if whoever wins has that gift, there's like a chance of a bonus round after that.
Yeah, because there's also the glasses, I think, are in there.
This is a new aspect of the game that I'm not.
I mean...
Wow.
Problem is, it could be a couple of these, depending
Right,
on the
Rissy,
qualities of lead.
Why is it the favorite?
I was like, is it more important that it's a pipe or more important that it's lead?
I think that's lead. Really? Oh. Huh. Wow.
Okay.
Fistulous.
Everyone is wrong.
I would have said malleable because lead is soft.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
I think we need to review that question. Like,
yeah,
even
agreed.
the full audience got it wrong.
Can we take this to the...
Okay, now that I've said it out loud,
We're gonna take it to the pegs court.
To the highest court? The highest court.
The highest court, that being the Price is Right.
Yeah.
Yes, Bob Barker is the ultimate arbiter of life and death.
Go.
You know, as an animal activist, like, I didn't know when I was a kid. I was like, spay neuter pets. What is that even? I don't understand. Like, that wasn't the very.
I got pegged.
Ooh, this is chaos fact.
Aren't you lucky?
Hey, good work with the death zones.
Curses. Oh well.
Wow, a lot of you
Just
died.
because you're dead doesn't mean that hat has to leave the game. There's a wheel on your controller right now. And
Wow, he's very obsessed with the hat.
Another player.
Well, the hat's his father, so this is some Jungian shit.
Surprise! You're a ghost now, but you have options. Keep playing and you just might steal someone else's life force and win the game. Okay, somebody wrote a will before they died. It says they left their gift to you. It's your problem now.
There's two hats! I love it! Oh my god!
Wow.
It's better than one.
Wow. This hat thing is very weird.
Okay.
Someone here knows it. Many people know it. I don't know.
I have no clue. I know there's a
No
lot
idea
of
whatsoever.
I know there's a lot of Omegaverse stuff written about him.
Fanfic.
Yeah, Waluigi is a pretty popular character in that regard.
This.
Ah! I guessed. I had no fucking clue.
Still alive.
Was that the
Especially my
Wii
dad.
thing?
Well,
That old tennis?
So, yeah, Waluigi was needed for the mixed doubles.
Oh yeah, he would be, wouldn't he?
It's gross and slimy, but
He
it's
was
Would
used.
be,
He was
wouldn't be.
used.
Take as much money as you want, but take the most money or the least money, and you'll be sorry.
What?
Enjoy the mind games.
A prisoner's dilemma.
Stop stalling and pick. I'm excited to see what everybody took. The most and least greedy really messed up.
Really? Really, everyone?
Mr. Seymour, wanna come say hello? Oh, look.
Oh, kitty. Well, at least you got to keep the money.
We're here. When one player is
Do
left
what you need to do.
we'll
Okay,
go to the
good.
final round. Next question.
He has things to do.
He's a very 6-month-old kid. He's learned how to knock over glasses of water and vases of water, and
a raccoon.
I'm sure we've had a cat named Rocket at some point. Is that correct, Sarah? Has there been a cat named Rocket?
Who picked this?
I can't remember a cat named Rocket, but that doesn't mean
You're
that
stuck
there
in my
wasn't
trap,
one.
Father. Time for consequences.
I can't think of the word rocket as in a theme name. I don't think we've had a rocket. I did think of a really good kitten theme today.
Create a new tattoo on my back by drawing on your device.
80s video games like Pac-Man
Mhm.
or any like arcade games.
Yeah.
Pac-Man, like how have we not had like a
Dig Dug?
a Dig Dug or Mr. Do or
Yeah.
Galactic?
Mr. Do would be a great game name. Because they poop a lot.
Especially right now.
Yeah.
Qbert? Double Dragon?
Qbert.
Oh, Daniel. that's
Frenzy.
the best kitten name I've ever heard. Qbert.
Altered Beast.
That's after they get to 3 pounds, but yeah.
The artist with the fewest votes will die.
Golden Axe?
Gauntlet.
What did we
Kitten needs food badly.
Feed.
This
Double Dragon.
Pinball? A little kitten named
Mortal
Pinball.
Kombat.
Yes.
Oh.
I'll kill you yet, Father.
Oh.
So yeah, in this case, having the hat turned Beth from a winner in the last game to a loser and pulled Beth into the game.
You know what that means.
Oh.
You've made it so far, but can you escape?
The final meow down.
What category?
Well, see, now I'm thinking about Mortal Kombat, but the techno sounds replaced with tiny meows.
Tap each answer.
Oh.
Meow, Let's see the right answers.
Yeah, no comment.
Can we make this happen?
Space for every correct answer.
I bet we know the people who could make it happen. I don't think any of us
You're
would
telling me
like.
that's not a kitten slay dragon song.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like making an actual game where that happens. Because we could probably find people.
Well, you make the song and then someone makes the game.
Is that how it goes?
Sometimes.
Oh, I know this. No, I don't. Never mind.
I'm way too into this idea.
Time is almost up.
And I'm envisioning the spooky voice naming the characters, but in this case, it's like cute kitten names, like
Right.
Buttons.
Muffin.
Muffin.
Socks.
Muff nuts. It's like chocolate. Prepositions. Oh my god.
What?
Notwithstanding, I did not see that coming.
Wait, Stefani, did you get that?
Actually, no. I thought they all weren't. Notwithstanding was the only one I thought might be, but I decided against. So
If anyone
yeah.
was
I was
going
gonna
to
say
get
it doesn't really fit
I'm
the.
professionally ashamed.
It doesn't. Notwithstanding does not really fit the rule of prepositions. Like,
Where does a cat go? Right?
well, it's a squirrel can run blank a tree. A squirrel can run notwithstanding a tree.
Not well.
I guess notwithstanding the
no.
tree, the squirrel can run.
Yeah. Okay. But like,
Okay.
U.S. Monopoly Streets.
Starting to get into my categories here.
Time is almost up.
Did you play a lot of Monopoly, Daniel?
Probably
You cannot
compared to
run that
most
ghost
people.
forever.
I was fond of math.
Sesame Street
Oh.
residents.
Oh.
Telly Monster? Who is Telly Monster?
Telly, he was a red.
He's kind of like pinkish red with an orange nose and like
orange
little
nose, a bit
tufts.
And
He
always
was very-
depressed or anxious.
Depressed or anxious. I was gonna say he was very non-confrontational. That was. He was. I felt like I knew him. I could like approach that Muppet.
So is a shanty a poem? Like that's, I don't know, those debatable kind of.
It's a song, a poem, basically, is what this
Yeah.
question is asking, and it is clearly songs are not
Oh.
poems.
Another life
Wow, that's rough. Oh. Oh no. We have
Roll
songs.
doll books.
Oh.
Time is almost up.
I am the music director right now for James and the Giant Peach. For
Do they
children.
have the songs, like the actual songs in the book?
It is. So James and the Giant Peach is written by the same composers and lyricists who did Dear Evan Hansen.
Break through that
And that was
Okay.
my impetus for like being like, we should do this show. It's so good, but it is
Oh God.
You have to
very
get
difficult.
all 3 answer choices right.
and especially for children. And now I'm like, oh.
Damn it. Of course, this one I have no fucking clue.
No idea.
Oh, it's such a good show. It's such a good
no,
show.
I knew it and
I'm like, why can't they ask about real pro wrestlers?
Yeah.
You have to get
Yep,
all
yep.
the right answers to escape.
Britannica, that's
We're just
the
all gonna
musician.
slam against this wall here.
Oh, it's yeah.
Animals.
Kate
with
Nash.
stripes.
Kate Nash. Ooh.
Immortal
I don't know what
Numbat.
It's
those
a
are.
QPalooza. A QPalooza has rainbow stripes.
And Appaloosa is spotted, not striped.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Who made it?
Who made?
Somebody. The fish.
Giovanni.
Yeah.
Completely lucky guess, I guess. But I don't even know what a numbat is, to be honest.
Same. I just knew the other two were not. Killer described as a deep baritone. What?
Well done.
Okay, then.
Well done, Franz.
You're
I
not-
think we're done.
To be clear,
Are
you're
we
not
done?
the killer. That's how you're describing the killer.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you for
Yeah, thank you, Danielle. Thank you, friends, for
wrangling things.
watching
Thank
this
you, Rory.
silly
Thank you,
thing we
Rhiannon.
do.
Thank
You guys don't forget to look in the chat and listen to ELO's Hold On Tight. If you haven't
Hold
already.
on
heard
tight.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, looking at the lyrics, I think I actually have heard it. I just didn't I didn't imagine with the title, but I'll double check. So yeah. Looking forward.
Get back on it.
Also, it includes lyrics in French.
Yeah, and everyone remember
Oh,
to
he goes,
check out
oh.
Juliana's show tomorrow.
Les poissons, les poissons.
Juliana Finch. Check out Juliana Finch. Yes. The concert tomorrow? 10. Oh, no,
For
no,
Pavlov's
no, no.
14th birthday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific.